What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video and happy new year. I cannot believe we are already in 2023, but you know what that means. New year, new gear. I'm going to give y'all a complete updated EDC, which if you don't know what that means is everyday carry. And man, we have really updated the EDC. I am carrying way more now than I was in my last EDC video, mainly because it is winter now. I'm wearing long pants, wearing jackets. Things that have more pockets means more things in the pockets, so gonna jump right into it. What is in my pockets, 2023 edition? First and foremost, I think the number one thing that everybody should be carrying is chapstick. I cannot live without chapstick. I am not exaggerating. If I do not have chapstick and my lips get dry, it drives me bonkers. Like, I feel like I'm going insane. So I always have multiple chapsticks. I got a car one, I got a book bag one, I got a pocket one. There is always a chapstick near me somewhere. So thing one is a Burt's Bees chapstick. I do prefer Burt's Bees if I'm in a situation where I need chapstick. The brand doesn't matter, but if I'm gonna actually buy one, I always buy Burt's Bees. They just last a little bit longer, and I think the quality is just better, honestly. I just prefer Burt's Bees, but also I have watermelon right now. It's kind of like a too strong of a flavor for me, but not bad. So yeah, chapstick is a must. Thing two that has not changed from my previous EDC is my pocket knife. This is a Civivi. I am absolutely obsessed with Civivi. You just can't go wrong. I mean, this thing, it's a beater knife. And I use it for every little thing. Even the things that I'm not supposed to use a pocket knife for, I use it for that. It's just, it stays sharp. It's got a lot of battle scars on it now. I just think that it is a killer knife for the price. And I love this little colorway. I like a black blade, even though it does show all the scars like I was just showing y'all. It's just something that looks good. And I know that a knife is more of a functional use, obviously not just an aesthetic use, but the black blade just looks so good. And like I said, this thing stays sharp. I cut through cans, I cut through cardboard boxes, plastic, you name it. All the things that you're not supposed to cut through, this is what I'm using. I think it's like the perfect size as well. That's it compared to my hand. And it just sits well in the pocket. It sits tip up, and so it's all like flushed right here. This does occasionally bother me. Like, I will get like the little flipper. I'll stick my hand down there in my pocket and it does rub me a little bit, but it's not like anything dramatic. I think I showed you all the Spyderco in my last EDC video, and the Spyderco blade just stuck out so much that every single time I would stick my hand in my pocket, I'd be getting like rubbed on it, and I really didn't enjoy it, so I switched over to this one. I want to say like October of last year. I can't quite remember when I put out that video, but that's when I had just switched, and it has not left my pocket every single day. This bad boy is in my pocket. Can't get enough of it. Can't recommend it more. Civivi, hats off to you, because you are incredible. Sticking on the kind of the daily carry for the knives, I've also grabbed a fixed blade. I have never carried a fixed blade. This is a newer purchase. I got this about 2 months ago. It's just a Smith & Wesson. It's pretty cheap. I got this, I want to say 19, 20 bucks at Bass Pro. Here's the size of it. So it's not a super large knife, but if you want to compare the two, obviously you can tell this one is significantly larger. That's the blades, if it'll focus for me. And I didn't need another large knife. I just wanted this thing. It's quick, it's easy. It can get onto like the tiny crevices that, again, you're not supposed to use a pocket knife for. But I do. I also got this in a different carry purpose. I wear a lot of boots during the winter. I feel like that is my daily shoe is a boot. And so I'm carrying this as a boot knife. And I think that the size of it is just great. The accessibility of it is great. It's a really it's a quick little knife to get in and out. And this is my first Smith & Wesson knife. It's not bad. It came sharp. It stayed sharp. I don't use it nearly as much as the folder knife, but it's a really good little knife. And at the price point, I got this as a beater knife. I knew that I was going to use and abuse it. I knew that it was just going to stay in my boot, and I knew that I would use it for like I said, the things that you shouldn't use a pocket knife for. That's what this one is mainly for. And I'm kind of liking the smaller blade. I'm considering maybe updating throughout the year, getting a smaller pocket knife, folding wise. I don't know, right now I really like the large blade of this pocket knife. And then I like the fixed blade as my smaller knife, so I'm going to carry this for a while. Like I said, it's only been 2 months. I am enjoying it. It doesn't rub too much in the boot. It's not in the way. I don't even feel it after a while, so I'm going to try to carry this throughout the winter. Probably not so much in the summer, but I will give you an update when that time comes. So, other knife is a fixed blade. Really enjoying the fixed blade. Also new to the carry is a flashlight. I am not going to lie to y'all. This is a cheap flashlight. It's the, I want to pronounce it as L'Amour. That's the brand. Also from Bass Pro. I love going to the Bass Pro. I think that you can get a perfectly fine carry in there. You don't have to spend stupid money on EDC. You can easily spend money, but you don't have to spend money. This is just a little pin light. I am currently in welding school, and I use this thing all the time. Like, way more than I ever thought. I've never carried a flashlight, and I was like, do I really need a flashlight? I have the phone. The pin light. I mean, I'll stick it on my hat, stick it on my helmet, stick it in the truck when I can't find something. It is just, you really do use it. And I was like, oh, I'll never be a person that carries a flashlight. And then I started carrying a flashlight. And it's not, like I said, it's not great. It is battery operated, no recharge on it. They just carry, I think these are little AAAs. And this is a cheap little battery that I have in it right now. But I've carried this since, I want to say September. I started to like mess around with this. I didn't carry it fully since September, but I've recently like really been carrying it. The battery's done fine. I don't use it like every second of every day, so I'm fine with the battery operated. I normally have batteries with me to be like in my camera bag or something, to be honest, so I'm fine with the battery operated right now. If I find myself using this more and more and I'm just like carrying it and loving it, I'll upgrade to a smaller one for sure, because it's quite large for the pocket, but for now I'm just experimenting. And like I said, it's pretty bright. I don't know if you can really see that, but I'm enjoying it. And I think I paid, I want to say $12.99 for a 2-pack. I keep one in the truck, one on me at all times, so hey, $12.99, I'll take it. Next up, a brand new addition is this Blackbird's Ever Forward collab. This is my new wallet. It is a card holder. I'm obsessed. I was really worried about the white lettering. I was like, I'm gonna get it filthy. Like, obviously I like patina. I like it to look a little dirty and has character to it, but I don't like it like disgustingly dirty, you know? And it's held up super well. You can't even tell that. Like, it has scuffs on it, it has dirt, it has grime, but you can't tell with the white like I was worried about. And the leather work, it's soft when it gets to you. Like, it is not one of those leathers that you have to like roughly break in, like you're constantly trying to pull your cards out. They slide in and out. It's a soft leather. The stitching is fantastic on it. I preach Blackbirds. This is the only wallets that I carry. I have one. I have all card holders, by the way. They do have folding wallets. I am just a card holder type of person. That's all I really need. So I have a card holder. I have one with a money clip if I ever am carrying cash, but this has been in my pocket, I would say, probably 3 months now. I've been trying to get some use on it, some wear, and I'm obsessed with it. I also always normally go vertical, but I got a horizontal this time, and I actually kind of like it better. I think the cards slide in there a little bit easier, and I can see which one I'm grabbing better, so cannot recommend them enough. It is a local brand for me. They're in the Richmond, Virginia area, so if you're in that area, they have a storefront. Great guy. Patrick he's just phenomenal. Like, he cares about his work, you can tell, and I can't preach about them enough. So Blackbird's wallet, obsessed. Next up, I have a multi-tool. This is the Cabela's brand. Like I said, I'm not a big spender when it comes to EDC. I use and abuse my stuff. Nothing that I have is over $100. I think that they're great, and there are knives that are worth well over $100 in that $200, $300 range. I just don't like, I use and abuse them so hard that I can't see spending $300 on a pocket knife right now that I'm just going to cut a cardboard box with. You know, so like, I love the EDC community, and one day I really hope to be buying the $300 knives, but right now I'm buying the cheaper gear because like I said, I use and abuse it. This is the Cabela's brand. I believe I got this for, I want to say $20 from Bass Pro. I'm telling y'all, I'm a big Bass Pro person. But I mainly use these for the pliers. I also, you can tell they're pretty dirty, right here in the center, if you can see that, are wire cutters. Whenever I'm doing some MIG welding, I always just use these to cut the wire with them. It's just easier for me to grab. So the main uses are those wire cutters and the pliers. Now it does though, it's a good little multi-tool. I think for the price that you get some pretty good tools with it. You have a liner lock pocket knife. I use this thing all the time. I just cut some plastic with it not too long ago. Sliced it. It's super sharp right out of the package. It's really good. They have like the bottle openers, a nail file. They have those little mini scissors. I don't really use much of those. I do use the Phillips head quite a lot. It's in my pocket and I feel like I'm always needing a screwdriver for some odd reason, but for 20 bucks, you get all of these little tools. It is heavy. I will let y'all know. It's not a Leatherman. It's not light in the pocket. It is heavy. It is bulky. But I mean, I've dropped this thing on the concrete. I've dropped it in the parking lots. Like anywhere I go, I feel like I'm dropping this thing by accident, but it's held up really well. Like there's no real scratches on it. I mean, sure, it's dirty because I like use it in a shop, but the thing's holding up pretty well. I've had this, I think 2 months. I got these two items at the same time. Walked into the Bass Pro, spent too much money, but both of them are just doing so well. For the price that you get, they're doing so well. If you have a Bass Pro by you, go hit them up. Like they got some good little knives, good little multi-tools, good little flashlights, you name it, they got it. But yeah, so I mainly use these for the plier aspect of it, and they're really good. So little multi-tool is new to the collection. My pockets get real heavy, if you were wondering. Next up, I have some AirPods. These are the noise canceling ones. They're the second generation, I want to say. The noise canceling is fantastic on these bad boys. Whenever I work out in the gym, I really need to like just cancel everybody out, and the gym that I work out at is extremely loud. Lots of weight slamming and people talking, and I just like to go in, zone them out, and these do a perfect job of it. My only complaint, the battery life kind of sucks. If we're being completely honest, for how much I've spent, I think these were like $250. I use them for like a day and then they're basically dead. I have the first gen AirPods. Those seem to last forever. I swear I would like not charge them for a week and the battery would be fine. These, you have to charge them at the end of every single day, which does annoy me. I mean, I use them a lot throughout the day, but I still feel like for the price point, and it's an Apple product, the battery should be better on them. There is a new generation of them. I think it's about the third or fourth. I can't recall. I'm not upgrading yet. Even if the battery life sucks, I'll just charge them. But these are the Apple AirPod Pros. They're pretty good headphones. Like if you need noise canceling, you're going to get noise canceling. Just bring the charger with you. So they're also small enough to fit into a pocket. I normally just toss these in a bag. I do carry them in my pockets if I don't have a book bag on me, but 9 times out of 10, I'm just tossing them into a bag. So yeah, AirPod Pros. One thing I'm not sure that will ever change is my G-Shock. I have worn this, I kid you not, every single day since 2020. It is a beast. I slam my hands on everything. My wrist, I run into things for some odd reason, and there is no scratches, there are no dents. The battery is doing fantastic. It's just so good. And it's for the price point, you can't beat it. I need the date, I need the actual day, and then I need the time. That's all I need. All 3 components. Easily to read. It's just so good. I was never really like, oh my gosh, I need a G-Shock type of person, and then I got one. And now I recommend it to every single person I see. I had the Apple Watch, I had the Fitbit, I did all of those things. This is it. There's no distractions, your wrist isn't vibrating, it's not telling you to breathe and calm down or whatever. It's not telling me my steps are off for the day. I need the date, I need the time, I need the day. That's it. And this does it. It's fantastic. I can't recommend. This tiny little G-Shock enough. It sits really well on the wrist. It's not too big and bulky. Man, this is easily one of my favorite carries. Like every single day, I have to have this bad boy on. Moving on to another essential, I have my truck keys, which have also not changed from the last everyday carry video. This little thing, I got it from Home Depot. It is the Naitais, is that how you say it? It's just their little pry bar, and I use this thing all the time. You would think it's like 15 bucks, I think. Stupidly cheap. Has a little Phillips head on this side. Has a the pry bar and like a flathead on this side. Has a little measuring tape. I mean, I can't see it, but it's on there. And then you have a little bottle opener. The little thing for 15 bucks is fantastic. I put this thing to use. I've pried things with it. I've screwed things in with it. I've opened plenty of bottles with it. It's just so good for the size that you get. It's such a good little carry. And you would think, like, it is pretty sharp. I never get stabbed with it. It never rips a hole in my pockets. Like, it's just so good. This tiny little thing. Then staying on that, I got the, it's also from Naitai. I think that's how you say it, Naitai's. This is a very stupid name for it, but it's the and I'm assuming because it is a double-sided bottle opener. But, you know, this thing, it snaps well. I will say, I have carried this since last year. My keys have fallen off. This bad boy on this side, I don't know if it's the spring is going, but my keys will somehow, I'll just take them like out of my pocket and it's clipping off and my keys are falling off, and it has annoyed me for quite some time. So I think I might update this. I do enjoy having like the bottle opener, but let's be real, like anything can be a bottle opener. They sit well in the pocket, but that whole my keys falling off is really starting to get frustrating. Like I had a locker key on there, that fell off. I had to break the lock on my locker. So that part is annoying. This is also cheap. I want to say this was like, I think 15 bucks as well. The carry itself is not expensive. But I do think we're gonna have to update it because it's annoying me at this point. I want something that maybe locks on this side. And I know that they make different ones that do have a lock. I just chose the cheaper option for it. So you get what you pay for, and last but not least, I have the iPhone 12. I've been carrying this, I think since it came out. I just have the most basic one that you can get. My screen is also super banged up at this point. You can see that it is like super scratched and dented. It's just a screen protector. I just need to get a new one of those, but it's a good phone. Like, I don't have much to say about it. I think it's a pretty basic model. I think they're on maybe the 14 now. I want the new cameras and I want all the new like things that come with that technology. I don't want the size of the Pro. The new phones are tablets in your pocket. They're too big for me. I want to upgrade and I want all of the benefits of it, but I don't want the size. It's just too much in your pocket. It's too much for my hands. Like, I'm gonna get carpal tunnel just trying to text because it's just such a huge screen. And Apple, give us more options. Give us the Pro and not a Pro size. I feel like we are at the point of where people are like kind of complaining about the size because it can't fit anywhere. And it's like, just give us the option and I'll buy the new phone. But like I said, I think the 12 is super basic. The camera's fine on it. It's not like the new perfect anything. And you don't get anything special with this version. Like I said, I only have the 2 camera options. I think it's a wide and I don't even think it's the zoom, but it's a basic iPhone. So that is going to be my everyday carry for 2023. Lots of new items, lots in my pockets. I will have to update y'all in the summer because I am not carrying all of this in the summer. I'm going to have to make some cuts, but I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you get all my post notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.